Hi, my name is Grace Hare. I'm a student in online public communication this semester, and this is my vlog presentation. So, for my vlog, I am going to be giving a tutorial on how to bake brookies and talking a little bit about the history of them and where they originated from. Okay, so just a little bit about what a brookie is and where it came from. A brookie is a combination of a brownie and a cookie. It is usually the brownie on the bottom and the cookie on the top, and it can just be a chocolate chip cookie with a chocolate brownie, or you can add whatever toppings or mix-ins that you like. They are really customizable and they are really yummy. And then lastly, a little bit about the history of the brookie. According to fooddolls.com, the brookie is a fairly new creation to the baking industry. It was created in 2014 by Jovan English. She came up with the idea for a brookie and then took her idea to Shark Tank, where she developed her company called Milk and Brookies. She now has her own shop in LA and sells over 30,000 brookies a year. Okay, so what you will need, I am using the Betty Crocker brookie recipe, but you are more than welcome to make it from scratch if you'd prefer, but this is just what I am using. So the ingredients that you will need, first of all, start with a bowl that you'll need to mix in, and you will have to use that for two different batches, so you may want to use two bowls or one. It's totally personal preference. Moving on, you want a measuring cup and measuring spoons to measure with. You want to have some water and an egg and butter and vegetable oil. Okay, first things first, since I am using a nonstick pan, I'm going to preheat my oven to 325. But if you were using an aluminum or a glass pan, you would grease the pan and preheat your oven to 350. So now that my oven is preheating, I'm going to combine first my brownie mix in the bowl, and then I am adding 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. I am adding 2 tablespoons of water and 1 egg. Okay, so now that my brownie mix is all combined, I have my pan right here. Mine is non-stick, so I don't have to spray it, but if yours is not non-stick, I definitely would spray it. And I'm just going to pour the brownie mix into the pan and spread an even layer. Now that that is all in the pan, I've set the pan aside and cleaned my bowl and my spoon to start on the cookies. So for the cookies, I'm going to pour the mix into the bowl, and then following that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water, and I am going to add 3 tablespoons of softened butter. Now that I've mixed the cookie dough, I'm going to add spoonfuls of the cookie dough throughout the pan on top of the brownie batter. Okay, so I have gone through and added spoonfuls of cookie dough to the brownie batter, and whenever you are finished, it should look something like this. Now that I have assembled my brookies, I am going to place them in the oven, being careful not to burn myself. And my oven is preheated, so it's fully heated, and I'm going to leave them in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. A little tip for while the brookies are baking, I always like to clean up and do all the dishes while they're in the oven. That way I do not have to do it after. The brookies have been in the oven for about 25 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take them out and check them. Okay, so I just removed them from the oven and they do look done to me, but a pretty foolproof method is to just stick a knife in it, and you want it to come in, you want it to come out of the pan clean or almost clean. Mine still has a little bit of stuff on it, but that is good because the brookies are going to continue to bake after you remove them because the pan is hot. So you don't want them to be fully done because then they'll end up being dry. Okay, so now that they are all done, I do like to sprinkle mine with a little bit of the Malden flaky sea salt, just for a little bit of like sweet and salty, but that is totally personal preference. And that concludes us baking brookies. I really hope that you've enjoyed my vlog for today. I hope that it was very educational, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye.